This is Metal Mike, and in this episode, Ross the Boss returns to talk some metal. Ross talks about his upcoming tour with the Ross the Boss band, what's going on with the Dictators, and since I'm a Manowar freak, we have to talk the classic Manowar days as well. Hey, if you like this show, consider being a financial supporter through Anchor. See the link in the description. Well, now it's time to hail and kill. Check it out. Well, Ross, man, welcome back to the podcast. How you doing?
I'm good, man.
Good. Glad
really good.
Great. What's going on in your world? You been working on any music? Got touring? What's going on?
My world?
Yeah.
Well, the Dictators are working on new music. We've just been practicing all week. We have the new members, Albert Bouchard from Blue Oyster Cult, original drummer from Blue Oyster Cult, and Keith Roth, serious DJ.
Yeah.
For many, many years, guitar player. He's in the band on guitar because our second guitar player, Scott Kempner, has dementia. Can't do it anymore, sadly. Been doing that. Week, the Ross the Boss band starts its 4 U.S. shows to get ready for the European tour. That's starting April 21st in Barcelona. I'll tell you the dates. Is that a lot? I think I'm pretty busy, right?
Yeah, I think you got a lot of good stuff going on. That's awesome, man.
Death Dealer just put out an EP, Fuel Injected Suicide. Do these shows here. I'll give you a little taste of what's happening.
Yeah.
Barcelona, Pamplona, Valladolid, Vigo, Oviedo, Vigo, Lisbon, Sevilla, Almeria, Valencia, Madrid, Kopervik, Norway. And then we have Artshot in Belgium. We have Sweden Rock coming up. We have Black Silesia Open Festival, and then we have Midadelio Rock. So we got a lot of shows coming up.
That's awesome, man. Well, when you talk about the Dictators, when do you plan on putting music out for that? Is that going to be later in the year? Or?
Well, as soon as we're working on songs. It's not like we're accruing tracks. We have about 6 tracks recorded, ready to go. So, we're going to wait till we get about 12. We're in no rush. We're going to start to play. And that's going to be incredible when we start to play.
How about Ross the Boss Band? You going to, any plans to do another album under that name?
Listen, my record, Born of Fire, was put out March 6th, the week of the scamdemic when it hit.
Right.
Yeah. So we haven't had a chance to tour this record because my tour was postponed twice. Right. So I'm doing those dates that I had supposed to be doing 2 years ago. So I'm not going to do a new record until we've toured this record, and then I'll start thinking about new music. Everybody wants new music. Everybody, but nobody wants to pay for it anymore.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So that's all going to have to change. It's not like I don't make money on it, but it's not enough. It's going to. We're gonna tour this record. We're gonna sell the shit out of these CDs, and then I'll make the decision.
Right.
Because everybody wants new music. It's nice to say that, but the musician counts.
Yeah.
My job counts. Right.
So
people want, but the music. People. I know a lot of musicians feel that way. So it's going to be even the Rolling Stones. So it's going to happen. I know I have to make another record soon, eventually.
Right.
But not now.
Isn't it crazy? It's funny you say that because you're right. It came right out right when COVID was happening. And isn't it crazy to think we kind of just lost 2 years? Where the hell did it go?
We lost 2 years.
It's
plus.
nuts.
Yeah. And the music business is not back to normal again. I can tell you. It's not back to normal. Okay? There's a lot of things that have to happen before it gets back to normal. Like, people aren't buying tickets in advance, and that makes the promoters wonder. Okay, that makes the promoters think, am I taking a big risk here? Am I So it's
right.
on all levels. It's on all levels of music. Okay, everyone thinks that they can walk out the day of the show and just walk in. That's people have to kind of think about what are the implications of that are. Okay,
right.
If there's no pre-sales, people are going to have to think about it. The promoters especially got to putting the money out to get these tours going,
Yeah, for sure, man.
It's going to have to be better.
Yeah.
When the music business gets back rolling again.
When you talk about Born of Fire, let's talk about that a little bit because people, if they haven't heard it, man, they got to check it out. And I think what's cool about it is it's not, I think sometimes people think Ross the Boss and it's going to be a total 80's metal throwback, but it's not, man. It's definitely, it's got some modern vibes to it. It's pretty good.
Absolutely has a modern vibe to it, I don't lean, just because I invented Manowar, it doesn't mean I have to, make every song like that, know?
Right.
So there's definitely, with my new band, with my new singer, Mark Lopes, he's a modern singer. He does all the metal things. He does everything that has to be done.
Right.
Metal. But some of the tracks are out. I mean, the tracks are all outstanding. And it's not new metal by any sense. It's not new metal. It's just fresh music. It's really good.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. It's fresh. I tell you, my favorite song is "Fight the Fight." I don't know, man. Once I listen to that, I can't get it out of my head. So everybody's got to go check out "Fight the Fight," man.
All the songs were made to be anthemic.
Yep.
Every single song. I told Mark, don't deliver me a song that's not anthemic. I don't care what the riffs are. I mean, I want vocal hooks. I want lyrical hooks, and we did it. So if you check out my record, Born on Fire, every single song is an anthem.
Mm-hmm, for sure. When you talk about the writing process, Ross, are you mostly a music guy? Do you contribute to the lyrics at all? Or?
Yeah, I'm a music guy. I'm not a lyric man. I wish I did write more. I wish I did write lyrics. Of course, but financially, I wish I did write the lyrics. I don't.
So even when we go back to like classic Manowar albums, the early albums, anything with your name on it, that's a musical creation, not lyric.
Right.
Well, one thing, man, I want to tell you is that I'm a huge Kiss fan, and I was kind of thinking the other day, I was like, wow, like Ross was managed by Bill Aucoin, early in the Manowar days. What are your thoughts about Bill Aucoin? Like when you think back to him, anything to share?
Well, he was a nice guy. We liked him, but he was a guy that would only work with the record company's money, and he was like from the old school that he thinks that the record company was a bank, and they're not. And they're not now. Forget it. That was the old world thinking that the record company had to invest money, but little did he put his credit card down he put his Amex card down for Kiss,
right,
to find those tours. No record company, Casablanca, wasn't paying for that back then.
Right.
So, but he was good. I mean, he was all right. He didn't last very long with us.
No. What was his vision? Did he have some kind of big plan for you guys, or what was his what was he trying to do?
Yeah, make the record company spend. That was his vision.
Another Kiss connection, obviously, is Ken Kelly. And most people look at Fighting the World as like the '80s version of Destroyer. What was that intentional, Ross, or did somebody say like, man, I like that Kiss cover, we should do something like that? What was the thought process?
Yeah, Joey and I really liked the Kiss cover, and we wanted to be represented bigger than life, like they were. I mean, that's what we wanted. That's what we got.
You got it, man. What about, speaking of Kiss, just in general, what did you think of Kiss when they came out? Did you like what they were doing? Or?
Yep. At one point in New York City, there were 3 bands that had record contracts: the New York Dolls, the Dictators, and Kiss. So I know quite a lot about that band. I have quite a lot of respect for Gene and Paul.
Mm-hmm. Did your paths cross much back in the day, like in New York City, or no?
Yeah, the Dictators opened for them on tour.
No kidding.
Yeah.
What tour? What year was that?
77.
77. Okay, sweet. I did not know that.
How you do?
On the classic Manowar albums, you go from 82 to 84. Every album is on like a different record label. What was the story? Were you not happy with the labels? Were the labels not happy with you guys? What were the changes?
Well, we never really lasted on one record, on one label.
Right.
We did 2 for Atlantic, and we just kept trying to get better deals. So I mean, you can't blame us.
Oh yeah, exactly. It seems though when you got to Atlantic, it seems like sonically, like the production was just way beyond what was on the early albums. Was it just technology, or was there like bigger budgets when you got to Atlantic?
Well, it was technology involved too, because we did digital records. Fighting the World was the first digital record ever.
Right. I read that. Yep.
And then we improved it on Kings of Metal. So
Kings of Metal, man, it does still to this day. If just talking about, I'm not talking about any reissues or remasters, but the original Kings of Metal, it still sounds amazing. Like, you know what I mean? Yep. I don't know what's going on with like music production today, but a lot of albums just, I don't know if they're geared to be listened to through small speakers or through a phone, but I don't know, man. You just don't hear albums that sound like that anymore.
Yeah, some of those records sound like they've been mixed through a food grater.
When you go back, man, do you have a favorite out of the Manowar ones you played on?
Yeah, Battle Hymns is the record that started everything.
Right.
Started power metal. Started the band's career.
Yeah.
So I would say that record is my favorite record.
Yeah. It seems like you've got the most songwriting credits, like on that one versus some of the other ones.
Yeah, well, all the songs.
Yeah. One thing, obviously, I showcase a lot of the 80s metal on the show that I do. Obviously, bands like Motley Crue, Dokken, Rat. When all that stuff was coming out, man, what did you think? Did you think that this is false metal, or did you like some of it?
I liked it.
Yeah.
Rat was a really great band. Motley Crue was a good band.
Mm-hmm.
Poison was a good band, believe it or not, I think.
Yeah.
There's a couple of other bands that were really pretty good, but then the record companies tried to sign every band in their mommy's clothes ever. You know, so
the early 80s, man, like from like 82 to 84, I mean, that was really popping. You know, I mean, that's like when, Quiet Riot came out with Metal Health, and then Stay Hungry, Twisted Sister. What about Twisted Sister? So that was a band you mentioned. I mean, you have some history with them?
Yes. The Dictators bass player Mark Mendoza was in the second record. Was on in the Dictators for the second record in '77, and he went on to join Twisted Sister. And I'm great friends with him to this day. I'm good friends with Dee. We were very good friends.
Awesome. Talk a little bit about the set list that you guys are doing for these upcoming shows. I mean, you're doing a lot of Manowar tunes along with Ross the Boss songs. What's the mix?
You would figure,
right?
No, I'm going to do the classic Manowar show, of course, and the classic Manowar show, and then with some new stuff from Born on Fire.
What Manowar songs are you going to do?
The good ones that I did.
Well, I think all the ones you're on are pretty damn good, man.
Well, there you go. Like Battle Hymns, Hail and Kill, maybe Violence and Bloodshed, maybe. We'll have to see. We start rehearsing next week, so.
Cool. And then you're going to do some shows in the States, too?
We're doing 4 shows next week. 4/14, New Bedford, Massachusetts, The Vault. 4/15, Clifton, New Jersey, Dingbats. 4/16, Wilmington, Delaware, Bar 8, X111. XIII, yeah, Bar 8. And 4/17, Easter night, the Kingsland, Brooklyn.
Sweet.
And then on the 19th, we go to Spain.
Awesome. That's awesome, man. Anything else you want to tell your fans out there before we close?
Well, no. Listen, you got to buy tickets in advance, and you got to come out and see the bands. You have to come out and see the bands. You have to make an effort to go out and see bands on every level, because then because you're gonna choke the music industry to death.
For sure. All right, brother. Hey. I appreciate your time. I wish you lots of luck with all the upcoming shows.
You got it, brother.
Take care, Ross.
Well, that was great talking with Ross. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Rock on!